Alessandro, if we take a look at the euro, we're a little weaker. We're off by 0.1%, 111.71. But overall, is Draghi trying to maintain the status quo here?
Well, yes, he is probably trying to manage expectations ahead of a policy meeting in Tallinn next week on June 8. It is probably unlikely, according to economists, that there's going to be a big announcement on what is going to be the ECB strategy for policy normalization. And Draghi has been hammering on the message that the euro area economy still needs a large degree of support to continue expanding and to restore inflation, because there are still very few signs of price pressures of inflation in the euro area.
Yeah, and it's the inflation that he's been largely focusing on, hasn't it, Alessandro? He said he expects headline inflation to drop with energy prices. Yes. This is probably expected because of base effects of the effects of the oil price decline last year. But what the ECB is really interested in is that inflation is on a sustained path towards the ECB objective, just under 2%. This means that inflation will be more or less at this level without the support of ECB policy, and with wages growing only in a very subdued, very slow way, the ECB still sees very little signs of this, and for this reason it will continue buying assets at least until the end of this year. Now, one other thing that Draghi stressed, Alessandro, is that downside risks to the growth outlook are further diminishing. And this might be one of the communication signals the market is looking for when the ECB meets next week, isn't it?
Yes. Some policymakers have suggested the option that ECB could describe risks to the euro area economy as broadly balanced or something like that. So far, Draghi and his closest advisors have been saying that risks have diminished but are still on the downside because of the global environment. But this is, of course, one of the key signals to look for in Tallinn to see if there is the first step towards the exit for the ECB.
Yeah. Just sum up for us, Alessandro. Of course, we've just heard from Mario Draghi today, but what are some of the other positions between ECB policymakers?
Well, I mean, everybody agrees that the economy is doing better, and everybody agrees that very slowly the policy must take the road towards the exit. I guess you could describe the debate within the Governing Council between those who want to go slow and those who want to go even slower. And so it is a matter of nuance, of how fast you start removing this support, which has been key in restoring growth to the euro area. But I wouldn't dramatize it excessively. It is a matter of between those who want to take it slowly and those who want to take it even more slowly and be even more prudent.